Hey guys, welcome to the Drama Club. On this week's episode, we talk about pickles and wildfires and the presidents and the Smarshmashians. And then May tells us a story all about Ted Kennedy. Stay tuned.
What up, fam? It's good, y'all. Feels good, right? Yeah, I know it, dude. And without further ado, we broadcasting live.
There's something I wanted to start with that's not a hot topic.
Well, then fucking do it.
Okay, so I want to start with this. Somebody left a comment on our last episode, Humongo, about Hugh Grant and Gloria Trevi.
Yeah.
I want to say this is our first piece of criticism.
Where did you see
on
the
YouTube?
comment?
On YouTube.
Oh, how weird. I was listening to the podcast on YouTube this week.
Oh, really?
At work, yeah. Was
Yeah.
it me?
Actually, somebody else gave us, criticized us a little bit, but they didn't listen to the episode. Remember when we did Winona Stans came out of nowhere and they were like, this is old shit, leave it alone. Okay.
That was awesome.
So a Gloria Trevi stan is coming for us.
Mm-hmm.
This is the comment. They said, P.S. Don't listen to this shit. We Latinos that know Trevi, we know the story. That's why she's still relevant to our culture and music. We no need article from whitewashy newspaper and tacky Cristina.
Well, epic loves. Bang bang.
Is that really the hill you want to die on? You want to go defending Gloria
Trevi? Seriously, that's fucking embarrassing. Actually, her YouTube page is pretty sick. She got 2 Gwen Stefani songs. She's got that Good Fight song, Inside and Out.
Oh, yeah.
And 1 random Gloria Trevi song. Yeah, don't defend Gloria Trevi. Gloria Trevi don't give a shit about you.
And I feel like we said, there's a soft spot where she is a victim in this, but also
she didn't handle it well.
Right.
Yeah.
She was running around the world like a fugitive.
Yeah.
Enabling an abuser.
Making excuses for him and for herself.
Yeah, even after everything,
everything went down.
She would have presumably gotten, what's the opposite of brainwashed? Like when you're deprogrammed?
Right.
Even after that, she's still talking shit about the survivors of this man and stuff. So no, fuck her.
That girl's stupid. That girl. Low-key, I am impressed that someone called us Christina.
Tacky?
A tacky Christina, I'll take it.
No, she wasn't talking about us. She was calling Christina tacky.
Oh, I thought she said we were tacky Christina.
No.
Oh, okay. No, Christina's not tacky.
Yeah, I know. That was the most offensive thing about that comment.
We Latin American stans know that Christina ain't tacky.
Oh, yeah. I wish somebody would call us tacky Cristinas.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. That's the name of our podcast.
Actually, we're more like Taki Lauras. Remember her?
Yeah. What happened to her?
I think she's still on. She also almost went to jail for some shit.
Really?
I think tax evasion or something.
My mom used to always tell me about her. Ella es licenciada. I used to be like, okay. Well.
She's tacky.
Mm-hmm. I threw a hot chocolate packet into my hotel coffee. This shit is lit.
Oh, there you go, dude. I almost did an eggnog version of that today.
Ooh, you guys got eggnog already?
I got my first eggnog of the season yesterday.
Damn, you're fucking real festive right now.
Living my best life.
You and I share many memories. Some of them have been glorious. Some have been very sad.
All right, so my name is May.
And my name is Stephanie, and this is the Drama Club. Tacky Cristina. Okay. Tacky Cristina.
We're the podcast all about scandals of all sorts. Celebrity scandals.
I wish we could do all Latin American scandals. I feel like we would have a way bigger following.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah.
So we do Latin American scandals sometimes. They get us in trouble.
Sports scandals, Winona Ryder scandals also get us in trouble.
So welcome. If you like drama, you've come to the right place.
If you don't like drama, then log off. You ain't gonna like us. Switch over to a different podcast. All right, so this week the big hot topic happening is that California is having some crazy wildfires in the Thousand Oaks area. Oh, also the shooting in Thousand Oaks happened this week.
Mm-hmm. Which is super fucked up. And also there's another fire in Northern California going on at the same damn time.
Yeah. So a lot of celebrities and a lot of regular ass people had to evacuate their homes in Thousand Oaks. I read that some of the people that were survivors of the shooting at the club had to then evacuate their homes.
Oh, well, did you hear that one of the survivors of the Las Vegas shooting died at the club?
That's fucking horrible, right?
That's how you know that we have a fucking problem.
I would never I don't know, man. What are you supposed to do? Just not go out? Like
I refuse.
Like-
That's not the
like-
world we're supposed to live in.
like nothing is safe, but it's like slowly things are less and less like community vibes, right? Because like
Mhm.
people used to knock on each other's doors and shit, leave their doors unlocked, and like kids used to play outside, and
Yeah.
you don't see that anymore. Like, are we just gonna revert to like everybody being a recluse because you're fucking scared of everyone?
People used to give their daughters to Sergio Andrade. Was that his name? Andrade.
I don't know. Should I post that meme that was like trust no bitch?
Yes.
I like that one.
So when you couple together the Thousand Oaks fire and the Northern California fire, it's the most destructive wildfire in California history. I don't know how many. Last I checked, it was close to 10,000 buildings lost.
That's crazy. My boss's house burned down,
Oh fuck!
and she was fucking devastated. She was like, "I've never cried this many tears," and just wasn't even there either because her husband is a pilot, so he was
Mhm.
gone. Her daughters are both in college, and she was in San Diego for a client thing, so she wasn't even there. Didn't even get anything out.
Ugh. Well, at least everybody's okay. You know,
Everybody's
like,
safe. Yeah,
That's all you can hope for.
Yeah, but like I guess her daughters were super upset too because it's like their childhood home.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh man,
I
can't
know.
imagine what people are going through.
I can't either. I could like what? How would you? I would just feel so lost, just like crawl into a ball.
Yeah. Did you see like the videos of people driving through the fires and stuff?
Yes, even in Malibu, that should
Yeah.
look crazy.
It was like going up to the water almost.
So I saw Cher say that she was really scared she's gonna lose her home.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Gaga was evacuated. Rainn Wilson, aka Dwight from The
Schrute.
Office. Yeah, Dwight Schrute was evacuated. Schrute Farms is suspect right now, guys. We got live updates from Schrute's Beats Farms.
Alyssa Milano had to go, and her story was crazy because she has horses, so she had to find someone to help her try to evacuate her horses, which was troubling. She has 5
Fuck.
horses.
I saw Tommy Lee and his fiance Brittany Ferlin were
Mhm.
documenting their evacuation on Instagram, and she was real upset because they have a lot of animals too. So they took like their birds, their dogs, their cats, and the hotels were being cool. Like they're like, okay, we understand, you know, like
Yeah.
this is weird circumstances, so they're allowed to bring everything, but they couldn't figure out how to take all the koi fish from
Oh.
a pond they had.
Oh, fuck.
And they were like calling animal people, but everybody's so fucking busy
Yeah.
that they just had to leave like a dozen koi fish in a pond at their house, and they were real stressed out.
Oh, no.
Isn't that horrible?
I hope they're okay.
Me too. And then she was Instagramming that the only hotel they could find was Dream. And that people were fucking partying, and her and Tommy were all stressed out. She's like, fuck, can you guys not turn up for one night?
Oh, man.
There's fucking wildfires.
I saw that Melissa Etheridge, who lived in Malibu, she had to evacuate, and she was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, we had to evacuate, but we're safe now. We're at a hotel in Santa Monica." I was like, "Bitch, that's not far away enough."
Oh my god.
Who else? Kimye had to go.
We had no boo. We're gonna
Here
ride
am
this
I.
fire out, getting some fucking sashimi.
Hunker down, everyone.
Mhm.
So in Malibu,
So the Smart Smashians all evacuated too, right?
yeah, they're all gone. In Malibu,
If only.
never to be heard from again. In Malibu, they have a there's a place called Malibu Wines where you can go and like have it's a winery, not a vineyard.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's actually also a vineyard, but they have animals because they have a safari there, and they had to evacuate the animals, and they were having trouble finding a way to evacuate the giraffes.
Oh no!
They have 2 giraffes. And they were panicking. They were like all over social media trying to find someone to help them evacuate the giraffes.
Oh no, that's so sad.
Imagine driving down the freeway and there's like a giraffe like in somebody's sunroof. Like, shit, we're gonna make this shit work.
This is the end of the world. This is the end of the world. We got giraffes out here. Cher's losing her house.
Melissa Etheridge is in Santa Monica.
Melissa Etheridge got burned down. 9 people died already.
Oh,
sorry,
God.
that was a weird transition. That was a weird transition, my bad.
Yeah, it's horrible. I heard that some of the deaths were like people in like senior citizen homes, assisted living homes that died.
Always happens, huh?
Died in like the parking lot in their cars. You know, that's horrible.
Yeah.
And to put the cherry on top, this morning the president used the fire as a reason to criticize California's use of federal funds. He's like, I'm going to stop sending money over there because people are dying and the fires are out of control. And
President Trump used crazy power this week to ban anybody who entered the United States illegally from applying for asylum, which is fucking insane.
That's unprecedented.
That's every fucking removal client ever. Like, everybody applies for asylum. It's like a catch-all. Like, when you're kind of... There's only certain forms of relief you can apply for when you're already in removal proceedings. And sometimes you don't qualify for some of them because there's time limits and there's, like, you know, federal, like, crime limits. Even, like, a simple DUI could cause something to, like, go from yes to no. So asylum is, like, a catch-all that, like, kind of everybody can apply for because almost everybody is scared of going back to their home country. Like, that's, like, you know, that's why people come here a lot of the time. And that'll gain you at least, like, another year or 2 in removal proceedings. So you're at least trying to figure something out for yourself. Now that's gone.
That's how I got here, political asylum.
That's fucking ridiculous. That's how my parents got here also.
So, once again, in this week's Hot Topic, fuck President Puppet Ass Trump.
It's like forever hot
as
topic.
per usual.
Yeah.
Just assume that that's always the hot topic.
Yeah, fuck that fool. I wonder, like, what will happen to him after the presidency? Like, what is he going to do? You know? Like, because all the presidents, they still do, like, political ass shit. But this fool who had no history in politics, like, can he go back to running his shady ass businesses?
He's going to do what all oligarchs who are unofficially or officially out of power do. They just parlay their influence to outside sources, whatever influence they may have left. So he's going to continue to get rich off of the presidency as long as he's not in a fucking orange jumpsuit. So we need to do whatever it takes to get that fool to pay for everything that he's done.
Seriously. And his fucking family.
Yep.
Fuck you and your family.
Especially greasy ass Don Jr.
Yeah, fuck that fool. And Ivanka, fuck her too.
Yeah.
Fucking complicit ass bitch trying to act like you fucking stand for women's rights or children's rights or immigrants' rights. You don't do shit. You're a fucking puppet.
Or even you're supposed to be an Orthodox Jew. How about after the shooting in Philly, you step up and do something about gun control? Because guess what? Your people are in trouble now because
how about those fucking Nazis protesting?
Yes.
Can you just fucking say one goddamn thing? Saying that this is not okay?
Yeah, so fuck her. Fuck Jared. And fuck carrots.
And your family. Fuck carrots.
Ooh, I had some bomb carrots yesterday. You know, like when you go to like taco stand and like they have the
the like pickled carrots with jalapenos and onion. That's my favorite shit.
That is so bomb. I had some from that burger place Tops yesterday. So fucking good. I got like a whole like styrofoam container. I was just eating that shit all day.
That's my favorite shit. I don't know why people like pass on that.
I like things that are pickled.
I don't like pickles, but I do like those
Yeah.
carrots.
Yeah. Pickles are my least favorite thing that are pickled,
It's
but like
pickled? Yeah,
pickled
me too.
beets, like pickled onions, but
Yeah.
yeah, I fuck with all that shit.
That's true. Repollo.
Yeah.
That shit's bomb. Well, this is the Pickle Podcast. Welcome to our Pickle Podcast, and thanks for listening.
At midnight last Friday, Senator Edward M. Kennedy drove a car off a narrow bridge and into a pond on Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. A young woman in the car with him was drowned.
All right, Steph.
All right.
I got
What you got for me today, May?
This one, tonally, I feel like is different from any of the other ones that I've done.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm interested.
Okay.
What you got?
So, today, I've got the story of Ted Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Ted died in 2009 when I was 20. So I knew that he was important, obviously, because he was Kennedy and because he'd been a senator for fucking ever. But I didn't know the details of why his death was like such a fucking big deal. It reminds me a lot of when John McCain died.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, fun fact.
Bloop.
Well, actually, scratch that
No?
because not so fun. Because just fact. We need a sound effect when something is just a fact.
Okay, not a fun one. Not
a fun one.
Bloop.
John McCain died 9 years to the day of Ted Kennedy's death from the exact same type of cancer. And
That's wild.
they were both known as, during their individual times, like the Lion of the Senate. So that's crazy. Okay, so for this, as per usual, I consulted all the Wikipedias. I also watched the movie Chappaquiddick, which is on Netflix, and I guess I'd recommend. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yes.
I was gonna ask, didn't you say the Gloria one? Did you like it?
It's not a good movie.
Okay.
But it's like a high-end Lifetime movie. Like if you like that sort of thing, watch it, you know?
Okay.
So that's what I was just thinking. I feel like I was a little bit hesitant to recommend Chappaquiddick, but I recommended the Gloria Trevi one.
Yeah.
So yes, watch Chappaquiddick. It's actually a good movie.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. I also watched a couple Ted Kennedy documentaries on YouTube. So after doing my research, I have to agree with a lot of people who say that Ted was one of the, if not the greatest senator that we've ever had. So I'm going to start with naming some of the pieces of legislation that he was instrumental in passing, because otherwise, once I start telling his story, a lot of you guys are going to be like, what a fucking asshole. So I really want to keep his achievements in mind to understand how torn I and a lot of people are about this dude, because he's complicated as fuck. Okay, so he was instrumental in passing bills that affected the lives of many Americans of all classes and races. He was an author of the 1996 Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, which allows those who change or lose their jobs to maintain health insurance and protects the privacy of patient information. He also helped author the 1997 Children's Health Act, which increased access to health care for children age 18 and under. He sponsored legislation on immigration reform, criminal code reform, fair housing, public education, healthcare, AIDS research, and a variety of programs to aid the poor. On the Senate Judiciary Committee, he upheld liberal positions on abortion and capital punishment. He sponsored or co-sponsored legislation to enhance the ability of law enforcement to protect abducted children. He reauthorized the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. He boosted support for Hurricane Katrina victims, and he voted several times to expand Medicaid coverage.
Hell yeah, what a boss.
And that's literally just scratching the surface, because he was on the Senate for a long ass time. I think like almost 50 years.
Yeah.
So let's back up to the start of his life, because the rest of the story is going to start getting messy pretty fast. Okay. Edward Moore Kennedy was born in Boston, on February 22nd, 1932.
Oh, damn. That was a very long time ago.
A long, long time ago. In a city far, far away. Okay, he was the youngest of 9 children born to Joseph and Rose Kennedy. I won't go super into a lot of the other Kennedys, but obviously this family is fucking fascinating. They're basically the White Rivera family. Jenny is JFK. Lupio is Bobby. Chiquis is Maria
Don't
Shriver.
do this to the Kennedys, mate. Don't do this. This is so rude. This is so fucked up. This is like low-key anti-American right before Veterans Day to be doing this to the Kennedy family.
Would you prefer the Kardashians
No, I wouldn't prefer anybody.
Okay. So Joe, the patriarch, is one of the richest men in the country. And
Hell yeah.
he has and he has high political aspirations not only for himself but for all of his sons as well. He actually fucked up his political aspirations like by saying some dumb shit. It was like one of those scandals that President Trump does like every single day that should like fuck him up. But Joe said it, his career was like over. Okay.
Aw.
So his grandparents were Irish Catholic immigrants. And beginning with Joe's father, it was clear that the family's mission was going to be to amass power through politics, which is fucking crazy because this was at a time when Americans hated A, Catholic, and B, Irish people for some fucking reason.
Remember that story that when John F. Kennedy lost, he sent the Pope a telegram that said unpack or something because people were saying that if he won the presidency, the Pope was going to move into the White House. So stupid.
I don't understand. Oh, yeah, we talked about that when we were talking about anti-Semitism. Like,
I don't get it.
Why?
Me either.
This is white on white crime. This like Irish hate. Okay, so this was like the time where literally there'd be signs outside of places saying like no Irish, no dogs, no Negroes. You know, like
I love all three of those things.
I also like Irish Spaniels. And
I like Black Irish people.
Black Irish people, yep. Okay. Anyway, so Ted, or Teddy, as his family called him, was born on George Washington's 200th birthday. So his brother, JFK, who asked to be Teddy's godfather, was like, let's name him George Washington Kennedy.
Wow.
And everyone was like, nah, but you could be his godfather, though. So since Teddy was the youngest, his mom and dad went a little easier on him than the rest of the kids, but they still expected all of their kids to be the fucking best and brightest, like especially the boys. So Teddy still had an immense amount of pressure to live up to because his brothers were all like fucking killing it.
Fuck yeah. That sucks.
It fucking sucks.
That's so horrible.
In Chappaquiddick, there's like this really great scene where Teddy's like calling his dad, and he's like, his dad was, by all accounts, was a major fucking asshole. Like, he loved his family, but he was like a hard ass. He was like big time asshole. And he was, and Teddy was talking to his dad, and he was like, Joe was the favorite, John had the charisma, Bobby was the brilliant one, and what am I, Jesus. The fat one?
Oh,
like,
no.
Because he had like a little bit of weight problem when he was a little bit older.
Yeah.
He was like the fat one, the fuck up or something. Like, yeah, it was sad.
That's so hard.
Yeah. Anyway, so Joe was the United States ambassador to England, and because he was so politically ambitious, it meant that the family moved around a lot while Teddy was little. I think he ended up going to like 10 schools in 11 years.
Oh, fuck.
So needless to say, despite growing up among all this wealth and privilege, things must not have been easy for little Teddy because of all of that instability and all of that pressure from his father.
Right. And his brothers and shit.
And his brothers.
You're just like constantly gonna be comparing yourself to those people. There's no way around it.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, John is fine. You're chubby. That sucks.
He wasn't chubby when he was young. That was a little bit later. But
oh, okay.
So things started to go really downhill for him between the ages of 8 and 16. His older sister, Rosemary, was mentally ill. She'd been deprived oxygen when she was being born, so it made her a little bit slow. And by the time she became a teenager, what with like all the hormones and people not knowing how to deal with her special needs, her family wouldn't let her talk to people and kept her hidden away and shit.
Oh, no.
It was really fucked up. And it kind of became like a breeding ground for some of those underlying mental illness issues to get worse because the way they treated her. Her birth was fucking crazy. Like, the doctor was late, so the nurse that was taking care of Rose was like, close your legs. And like,
oh, shit.
Like forced her to keep her legs closed, and that's what deprived the baby of oxygen. Yeah, it was really fucked up.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. So when Rosemary was 23, Joe, without telling his wife Rose, arranged for Rosemary to have one of the first lobotomies. I saw a documentary where they described how it was done. Basically, like they put they cut into her skull, they put a butter knife in her brain, and then they had her recite something like the ABCs or like God Bless America or something. And when she started to become incoherent, they were like, "Got it. We did it," you know.
Oh my God.
They were like, "You're cured."
Oh shit.
Only obviously that isn't a cure for anything.
No. Anybody who has watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
And instead of making her more docile, which is what I think they wanted, it ended up dropping her down to a mental capacity of like a 2-year-old.
Oh my God.
So she could no longer speak. She was incontinent and everything. It was like worst case scenario. Worst.
Yeah.
Then the family sent her away to live at some institution. Joe paid for them to build her a little private cottage on the grounds. And basically no one ever spoke of her again. Like,
oh my God, that's horrible.
Joe literally never saw her again ever. But Rose did visit her a handful of times. And decades later, when Ted and his sisters were older, they did start to try to reach out to her and have like a relationship with her. But yeah.
Wow.
So think about it. Teddy's 8 years old when this happens. So what kind of message does that send a child? Essentially, be fucking perfect, or we'll pretend like you never existed, you know, or we'll send you away somewhere.
Seriously.
Then his older brother Joe Jr., who was the oldest and favorite of both Joe Sr. and Rose, died when his plane was shot down in World War II. This was super fucked up for Teddy because Joe Jr. was his fucking hero.
Aww.
Junior was 17 years older than him, so he really took him under his wing and was almost like a second dad to him. And Joe Sr. had been grooming Junior to be president of the United States. Like, that was the goal since the day he was fucking born. Like, every day.
That's so fucking crazy, like this political dynasty.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, shit like that doesn't exist anymore, does it? Maybe the Bushes? Maybe.
They're trying, but
yeah.
well, you think one of the Bush twins is going to be president one day?
Fuck no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, this shit doesn't exist like this anymore.
Hopefully the Obamas, because...
Oh my God, shut up, man.
Because the girls are smart as fuck.
I know. That'd be fucking amazing.
You know who's smart as fuck? Fucking Chelsea. She has her...
Oh, she should do something.
She got her PhD in, like, public policy from Oxford.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah. So every day, every decision, every act was meant in some way to pave the way towards Junior's presidency. And
that's fucking crazy.
And when he died, all of that fell apart and there was a huge void in the family.
Wow.
Then, shortly after the war, Teddy's older sister, Kathleen, who'd been serving with the Red Cross during the war, was still in Europe living her best life. She'd married a dude named Lord Harrington.
Yup.
So
bang, bang.
So now she was Lady Harrington.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Only he died in the war. So now she was vacationing in the south of France.
This is even better. It's getting better and better.
So she was vacationing in the south of France with some married dude named the 8th Earl Fitzwilliam.
Oh, shit.
Yep, you know he's rich when he got a "the" in his name.
Yep. Earl.
Yeah.
8th. There's a lot of shit in that name that don't belong. That screams cha-ching.
Yeah. But he was married, though, so...
Oh, yeah, that's kind of shady.
Yeah. And plus, she was already rich, and she had the title, so she was like... She was killing it. Okay.
Yeah.
But, so she's vacationing with this fool in the south of France when her private plane crashed, and she and everyone on the plane died.
Oh, my God.
Joe, Sr., was the only family member who went to her funeral. Rose made up some excuse, but she'd been beefing with her for a few years before she died. So I think maybe it was too painful for her to go and, you know, confront that.
Yeah.
So here's another thing that teenage Teddy saw, where Kathleen didn't do things exactly the way her parents expected her to. And at least Rose basically just like threw her away. So now 2 of the Kennedy kids are dead. And another one may as well be Rosemary because she's
basically non-existent.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, Teddy is a B&C student in high school, which, as you can imagine, was totally unacceptable.
Right.
His brother, JFK, who was injured in the war, was this charismatic war hero making waves in politics. And his brother Bobby, who was only 7 years older than him, the closest boy to him in age. So they were actually pretty fucking close. Bobby was like fucking brilliant. So Bobby is in law school, kicking butt, but was already thinking 2-3 steps ahead about how to make both John president and advancing his own political career. But Teddy was good at football. So there's
nice.
So there's that.
Yeah.
So despite being mediocre, Teddy went to Harvard because that's where his father and brothers all went. In his first semester, Teddy was caught cheating on the final exam of a science class. And at the end of his second semester, he got another student to take his Spanish final for him because he was worried that he wouldn't have good enough grades to qualify to play football the next year.
Oh.
So because this was his second time being caught cheating, he was expelled.
What?
Yeah. Daddy's money couldn't save him. Yeah.
That's pretty tight, though. I got expelled from Harvard.
Yeah. But the policy at Harvard is if you're expelled and you exhibit good behavior, you can apply for readmittance within a year or two. So
Cool.
So Teddy joined the army and through his father's connections was not deployed to the Korean War.
Oh.
And was discharged early, allowing him to re-enter Harvard in 1953. He eventually graduated in 1956 and was actively recruited to play football for the Green Bay Packers.
Wow, that's fucking cool.
Although obviously he was never going to do that because his family would have killed him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so because of his shitty grades, Teddy was rejected from Harvard Law and thus couldn't follow in the footsteps of Joe Jr. and instead followed in Bobby's footsteps by going to the University of Virginia. Although, because of the cheating scandals back at Harvard, the full faculty had to vote in order to admit him.
Fuck. It was a fucking Spanish test. Relax. It's not like he had someone write his dissertation for him or something.
Yeah, but it was too cheating. Like, who does it twice? You know?
I do, man.
Okay. In his second year of law school, he met and married Joan Bennett. The couple would go on to have 3 kids, but their relationship...
That's a dope-ass name, Joan.
Joan Bennett? Joan Bennett is
Yeah.
a good-ass name. She could have been like... It's almost like a Joan Jett type name.
Yeah, totally.
So the couple would go on to have 3 kids, but their relationship was always rocky due to Ted's infidelity and Joan's alcoholism. While in law school, he was charged with reckless driving and driving without a license.
Ouch. You can't be committing crimes in law school.
In 1958, he was named manager of JFK's Senate re-election campaign, which he ended up winning by such a huge margin that people started talking about his possible run for the presidency more seriously. And the next year, Ted graduated from law school.
So Bobby was really helping JFK like get to the presidency, and Ted was just kind of trying to find his own fucking path. Like he wasn't really involved with both his brothers.
Well, Ted was like a fuck up, you know? So
Right.
So Ted was
fuck up.
Yeah, fuck
in
up.
law school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ted was, yes, he was trying to get his shit together, but by his second year in law school, he was able to help with at least the Senate campaign. So
well, that's cool.
So he was managing the Senate campaign, and like JFK and Bobby were like on another level, just scheming on some House of Cards shit.
Right. They were playing the political game.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of in the background.
Yeah, he was like holding down the fort, and he was still like pretty young, you know, he was still in law school. So he was like, seems like he was more or less
mid-20s.
Yeah, because he graduates law school when he's like 26 or something. So he's like, he's more or less like getting his shit together at this point. Or they're at least giving him more to do.
That's good.
Okay. So the next year, after JFK wins his Senate re-election campaign, Ted graduated from law school. And the year after that, JFK announced his candidacy for the presidency, with Teddy managing the campaign in the western states.
Nice.
As we know, JFK won the presidency and named Bobby as Attorney General, which left Teddy to run for John's vacant Senate seat in 1962. During this...
That's so fucking baller.
What?
Just like this family.
Yeah. I wish we knew more. I mean, I'm sure there is more information out there about the women, but because I'm sure they're like really interesting. But
it was a different time too.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be in the shadows.
Right. I bet if they were coming up now, they would be trying to scheme for all of them equally.
Fuck yeah. But yeah, back then, and they were totally into playing the part, so I'm sure,
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, they were hella in the shadows.
Right. They had like coming out parties and like all that. They were in that lifestyle.
yes.
They wore like gloves and shit. Like who fucking
No,
wears
that's
gloves?
fucking sick. That's fucking sick. I'm gonna wear gloves next time I go to a dive bar.
So he runs for John's vacancy in 1962. And during this election, Ted's opponent had lines like, "Don't you think Teddy is one Kennedy too many?"
Fuck you, no.
Bang bang. So his opponent exposed his expulsion from Harvard, which at that point had been secret. And he also said that if his last name weren't Kennedy, that his campaign would have been seen as a joke.
Oh, where's the lie?
True though.
Yeah.
But despite all this, Ted won the seat with a 55% with a 55% margin. So,
and he didn't cheat on that shit.
Well, that we know of. There's a lot of people always say that Joe Sr. like kind of influenced JFK's campaign shadily, like he bussed in people to vote and like he states and stuff. So
I'm sure.
So we all know.
Yeah.
So the next year, on November 22nd, 1963, while Ted was on the floor of the Senate, an aide rushed over to tell him that his brother John had been shot.
Oh, no.
And Bobby soon told him that John was dead.
Oh, no.
Teddy and his sister Eunice immediately flew to the Kennedy compound in Massachusetts to tell their father, who'd become an invalid following a stroke 2 years earlier.
Wow.
So another of the Kennedy kids was dead, and that made 3 plus poor Rosemary.
Right.
I was thinking about doing a Kennedy accent for this, but I couldn't get it down. So
it's so good.
I just kept saying Chowda.
Like Chowda.
Chowda. Chowda.
Chowda.
All right. The following year, Teddy was flying in a small private plane when it crashed into an apple orchard in Massachusetts. It's fucking family, dude.
I know, dude. It's scary.
I'm sure his mom, when he heard this, was like losing her shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The pilot and Teddy's assistant were killed while Teddy was pulled from the wreckage by Senator Birch Bay with a severely broken back, a punctured lung, broken ribs, and internal bleeding. Like it was
it was
fucking bad. Like this motherfucker was gonna die.
Yeah, or be paralyzed.
Yeah. He spent almost 6 months in the hospital and even campaigned for his first re-election from his hospital bed.
Oh my God. This makes me feel so lazy.
The footage from this is like his campaign video is tight because it's like him immobile in a bed with the camera like on top of him. And it's like, "I'm Ted Kennedy here to campaign for whatever. Chowda. Chowda." So, I mean, those images were fucking gold though. And he ended up winning easily by a vote
yeah,
of
he's gonna
3-1.
win. Come on.
Yeah.
Who's not voting for that hero?
Yeah. His brother had just died. Like,
yeah.
He's out here from his hospital bed.
That's amazing.
Joan was out in the streets campaigning for him, so she stepped up. That was pretty cool.
That's pretty sick. She's drunk out there in the streets campaigning for her mans.
Okay, so with Bobby looking to challenge President Johnson for the Democratic nomination for the presidency in 1968, Teddy once again took on running the campaign in the western states. That is, until Bobby was assassinated on the night he won the California primary.
Oh, my God.
Becoming the 4th Kennedy sibling to die unexpectedly. This really broke Teddy because
I bet
Bobby was the person that he was closest to in his whole family.
And how about just like he's like basically the only one left, right? That's his only brother left, right?
Yeah. So he's the last Kennedy boy. He's the last remaining Kennedy son. And also he's still like super fucked up from the accident. Like he's wearing these crazy back braces. It was 1968. Like they were not fancy. They were like crazy. Yeah.
Fucking they stuck a piece of timber on his back and shit.
Yeah. So yeah, this was devastating for him and for his whole family. And he gave the eulogy at Bobby's funeral. If you
It's fucking horrible.
Yeah, try to find a transcript of it. I think probably YouTube, but Wikipedia has a little excerpt of it, audio from it, and it's really, really moving and really horrible.
Yeah.
The Democrats tried to get
Jackie looks crazy at the funeral.
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine being Jackie at this time? Like,
no.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So the Democrats tried to get Ted to take Bobby's place in 1968 and run for the presidency. But at 36 years old, Ted felt that he wasn't ready. And not only that, but he was still grieving the deaths of both Bobby and John, because really John hadn't died. John had only been dead for like 4 or 5 years at this point.
Yeah.
Not only that, but Teddy took it upon himself to fill the father figure role for Bobby's 11 children.
Oh, shit.
They were Catholic as fuck.
Yeah.
And John,
no condoms.
And John's too. So he was surrogate father for those 13 kids. Plus, he had 3 kids of his own.
And Joan is drunk.
Yes. And a constant rotation of side chicks.
Oh, shit.
So he definitely had too much on his plate at this time to be president.
Yeah, can't be the president right now, guys.
Yeah. I'm busy.
Got a lot going on. Yeah.
Word on the street is that he also negotiated the prenup between Jackie and Aristotle Onassis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So my dude was busy.
Yeah, that's pretty baller.
Yeah. So Nixon goes on to win the presidency in 1968, leaving Ted to immediately become the frontrunner for the Democratic nomination in 1972. So, like, our boy Ted was going to be fucking president. Like,
yeah.
Because people, like, held their nose to vote for Nixon, you know? Like, he's, like, slimy. Nobody liked that motherfucker. He had lost to JFK in 1960. Like, so Ted was going to be president in 1972, and everyone fucking knew it.
Yeah.
That is, until one of the biggest scandals involving a politician in American history happened on July 18th, 1969. So Teddy was on Chappaquiddick Island on the end of Martha's Vineyard. He'd been there to take part in a yacht race. That's some fancy shit right
That's
there.
some real fancy ass shit. They wore gloves to that shit too.
It was like the yacht race took place over like the whole weekend. Like it was several days. I thought that was super fancy too.
That is fucking fancy.
So this was something that he regularly participated in because the Kennedys...
I thought yachts were slow. Aren't they so big they're slow? What kind of fucking race is this?
They were like smaller ones.
Oh, okay.
So this was something that the Kennedy family regularly did because they were big time sailors. Like think of the picture of the Kennedys in your mind. You're probably thinking of a boat.
Yeah.
JFK on
khakis.
A boat. Yeah.
A blue sweater with white stripes on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Some boat shoes.
Boat shoes, definitely.
Yeah.
Like those like
paper cap.
Those glasses, those cool like 60s Don Draper glasses.
Yep.
Ooh, every time Don Draper put on glasses.
I started watching the Romanovs. We finished all of it except for the last episode.
Oh, like yesterday's episode?
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen that one, so don't say anything.
I haven't seen that one either.
Okay,
That's the one I haven't seen.
I thought you started it.
When is my boy Jonathan Hamilton gonna do an episode?
I don't think he's going to, dude.
I don't know, dude. I bet he will. I bet he's gotta be in it.
Which one do you like best so far?
I really liked the French one. Is that the first one?
That's the first
French
one.
bitch?
Yeah.
That bitch was awesome.
Yeah. I like when she was like,
liked her
don't
a
come
lot.
here smelling like testicles.
I like when she was telling her au pair, her little maid, you must remain skinny. This is crucial.
Yes. You know, I really like the second one too because I like both of those actors, the guy from House of Cards and homegirl from *Halt and Catch Fire*.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I like that one too, but it was disturbing.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so Ted's wife, Joan, was at home, preguetón, in order to stay on bed rest because the last 2 times she'd been pregnant, she'd miscarried.
Oh, wow.
So basically, he was free to do whatever all weekend. So he decided to host a party for a group of 6 young women called the Boiler Room Girls.
Oh.
The Boiler Room Girls were these bad bitches who were basically the heart and soul of Bobby's presidential campaign the year before. They were the women doing like 16-hour shifts in the campaign office, answering phones, calling voters, canvassing, and basically calling the shots of the day-to-day operation of Bobby's campaign.
All while wearing stilettos and stockings.
Yes.
Yeah,
And probably
that's-
dealing with some major sexual harassment.
But yep.
They were all these 20-something single, smart, ambitious women. And along with the Boiler Room girls, the rest of the party included 6 older dudes, including Teddy, and all but one of whom were married. Among the Boiler Room girls was 28-year-old Mary Jo Kopechne. She was beautiful, had a head for politics, had been invaluable to Bobby's campaign, and had ambitions to really advance her career in politics in the near future. But for the moment, she, like the rest of the girls, were happy to have some time away from politics because they were still mourning the death of Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to remember that, like, Bobby wasn't like a normal politician. Like, people really projected their hopes and aspirations onto him because they thought, like, he really believes what we believe. Like, it was a very ideologically he was very he was like an MLK figure. Like,
Right.
that's why they always tie those 2 deaths together more than like the death of Bobby and John together, because
right.
people put their hopes in this man. So it must have been devastating for this guy that they believed in so fucking much, who they were working side by side with, to have been murdered so horribly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so everyone is kicking it at the party, drinking, having a good ass time. And Teddy claims that at 11:15, he said he was going to go back to his hotel. And Mary Jo was like, cool, would you mind dropping me off at my hotel?
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired. So he's like, dope, no problem. So Teddy gets the keys from his chauffeur because he doesn't usually drive. Remember, he had those 2 things in law school where, like, reckless driving and driving without a license. So he doesn't really drive anymore. And he and Mary Jo drive off. Let me point out that that's what Teddy claims happened.
Uh-huh. How old is Mary Jo? I'm sorry.
She's 28.
Okay.
But that's what he claims happened, but it kind of, like, it doesn't make sense. First of all, Mary Jo didn't take her purse or her hotel key. She left them both at the party. So chances are she was thinking she was going to come back at some point.
Right.
Also, Teddy says that they left at 11:15, but an off-duty cop saw a car matching the description of Teddy's car at 12:40 a.m. drive onto an unpaved part of the road about a mile from where the party was happening.
Wow.
So the off-duty cop pulls over because he thought maybe they were lost and needed help, because it was dark and stuff, and it's this small-ass island, so I wouldn't imagine that there's like a lot of lights or anything like that.
Right.
But so he pulls over and he gets out of his car and walks towards Teddy's car. But when the driver of that car saw him coming, the off-duty cop testified that the car pulled out all crazy and booked it.
Oh.
So the cop, he doesn't really think too much of it. He's just like, oh, whatever, they're fine, you know? And he gets back in his car and drives up the road for a minute or two and ends up near the party, where the Boiler Room girls and some of the guys are doing a conga line in the middle of the road. Like, that party was fucking lit.
Yeah.
So the cop pulls over again to ask if anyone is cool or if they needed a ride. And one of the girls says, quote, "Shove off, buddy."
Oh.
So he's like, whoa, okay, whatever. And like, he keeps driving home. And the girls corroborate that this happened around 12:40 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Teddy is sticking to his story that they left at 11:15 p.m. and drove up the road to where the ferry was to cross over to the main island.
Mm-hmm.
He says that the interaction with the off-duty cop never happened. Instead, Teddy says that he made a wrong turn a few minutes after leaving the party and accidentally drove off a bridge. The car then landed upside down in a pond and soon was submerged underwater. He says that he has no idea how he got out. He has no memory of how he got out, but he has memory of like everything that happened immediately before and immediately after that.
Uh-huh. Which usually that's not the case.
That's not the case, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Usually for traumatic things, don't you forget? Like,
yeah, you either like, you might be a little spotty, but there's no reason to forget just this one key piece of information.
yeah, like you would remember that.
Yeah, you would remember.
Remember in Serial season 1 how she talks about how when something crazy happens, like people remember every single detail, and when it's something like not crazy, like they don't remember anything, and what's his face couldn't remember shit.
Yeah, exactly, because it was just a normal day to him.
Right.
Yeah, and also it's possible that maybe in like that moment, maybe he didn't know the specifics of it, but later you would
Piece it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he says he has no idea how he got out, but I mean, the key here is that Mary Jo remained trapped underwater. Later at the inquest, Teddy claimed that he swam down to try to get her out 7 or 8 times and yelled her name repeatedly. He says that after his unsuccessful attempts of getting her out, he rested on the bank of the pond for around 15 minutes because he was exhausted, allegedly, from going up and down so many times. And then he walked back to the party.
What?
Let's note that on the mile or so walk back to the party, Teddy would have walked past 4 houses, at least one of which was known to have had a light on around this time. When Teddy gets to the party, he doesn't go in. He hops in the back seat of one of the cars in the driveway and gets the attention of 2 of the guys, his cousin Joe Garrigan and a guy named Paul Markham. Joe is Teddy's lawyer, and Paul is an old friend from Massachusetts and the United States Attorney for the District of Massachusetts.
Oh my God.
He was actually appointed by JFK.
How convenient.
So the 3 of them have a brief conversation, after which they rush to the car to try to rescue Mary Jo. Joe and Paul claim that they attempted to dive several times to get her out. When they failed, they drove to the ferry landing and discussed what to do, with Joe and Paul insisting that Teddy go report the accident immediately. Remember, the 3 of them are lawyers, and one is the fucking U.S. attorney for Massachusetts.
I don't even get not just reporting it right away unless you're trying to hide something.
Yes.
Yeah.
But by the way, like, this conversation is happening next to a payphone, next to a public phone.
Right.
And like literally on that ferry landing, all there is like a little shack and the phone, and like the ferry pulls up to it. There's nothing fancy there. That's all there is there.
Yeah.
And remember that Teddy could have reported it at any one of those 4 houses that he passed.
Yeah.
Especially the one with the light on, because obviously somebody was home.
Right.
This was 1968. All the houses had phones. Like, there was like no excuse.
Yeah.
Okay. So Joe and Paula are telling Teddy, like, go over to the main island and report this right fucking now. So Teddy, for some reason, dives in the water and swims across the 500-foot channel to the main island.
Swam?
Yeah, he swam. Because obviously the ferry, like, it was the middle of the night.
Yeah,
the
you're
ferry
going to have to
wasn't running.
wait and shit. Yeah.
P.S. I could never swim 500 feet. Like,
No, I was thinking that he's claiming, like, how deep was it? It's a pond. It's not that deep, right?
No. The pond is where the car is.
Right.
This is different. This is like a channel between the 2 islands now.
No, I understand, but like, because he said he was diving down to try to get her body like 7 or 8 times, and he broke his back, and
yeah.
like, can he even swim like that? Fuck.
I know that he was a swimmer in his youth, so I wouldn't be surprised if he also did like swim therapy after the accident.
Yeah, it's just shocking.
It's shocking.
Swimming is a really hard.
But you're right, it's not that deep because you can still see the bottom of the car. It's upside down. You can still see the bottom of the car above the surface of the water. So when I say diving down, I don't mean they're diving down like
far as fuck.
No, they're just like, they're holding their breath for a little bit.
Okay.
Joe and Paul head back to the party, assuming that Teddy's on his way to alert the authorities. They tell everyone at the party that they should probably get some rest, as it was now around 2 a.m.
Right.
Meanwhile, Teddy got to his hotel room, took off all his clothes, and went to bed.
What?
He later testified that he tossed and turned all night and, quote, had not given up hope all night long that by some miracle, Mary Jo would have escaped the car.
Well, you are so fucked up. You got me fucked up.
That statement made me fucking furious because
yes.
How?
Yeah.
Who knows
on
about
what
it?
fucking planet? Yeah.
Maybe if you would have told. Anyway, at 7:30 a.m., Teddy was seen chit-chatting with people at his hotel room as if nothing had happened.
He went to continental breakfast.
He literally went to continental breakfast. He was eating a fucking Belgian waffle.
Oh.
At 8 a.m., Joe and Paul had a heated conversation with Teddy in his hotel room, asking him why he hadn't reported the accident. He didn't really give them an answer. They end up taking the ferry back to Chappaquiddick, and Teddy uses that one payphone, the same payphone we've been talking about, to call some friends and lawyers for advice. In the movie, he calls his dad.
But his dad is like,
He's an invalid,
yeah.
but he's got like a nurse and stuff, and like he can still sort of like, he like grunts and stuff. But his dad manages to like say the word alibi. Like he's like alibi.
Whoa. Alibi.
So at 8:20 a.m., the cops find the overturned car, and within 10 minutes of discovering her lifeless body, they were able to remove her from the car.
Wow.
They quickly determined that the car belonged to Ted. Meanwhile, Ted is still at the payphone when he hears that all of this is going down, so he walks into the police station to make a statement. And Joe and Paul head back to the party house to tell everyone that there'd been an accident.
So the cops just came upon the car on their own?
Yeah. Somebody like who was walking along the beach or whatever saw it, and they called the cops, and like the cops were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
At first they thought it was just an overturned car, like that whatever had happened, somebody had gotten out, but then when they found the body, they were like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
So Joe and Paul are back at the party house, and in the movie they tell everyone to clean the place up and leave the island immediately.
Whoa.
Because remember, everyone that was there were like Kennedy loyalists. So so they figured like if they could just get everybody off the island, they wouldn't give statements and like,
Yeah, it wouldn't be as big as it's gonna be.
Yeah. In Teddy's police statement, he claims that he'd been in a state of shock, and that when he finally realized what had happened, that he immediately went to the police station.
Okay.
I don't know that a person in shock calls like 50 million lawyers, though.
And like has a breakfast and like conversations at the hotel and
yeah. Meanwhile, the story is blowing the fuck up and becomes national news. People know that something shady happened here, but they just don't know what. But the crazy thing is that the next night, we motherfucking landed on the moon. So although it was a huge fucking story, it wasn't as crazy. Yeah, it wasn't as crazy as it normally would have been because the world was distracted since, we landed on the motherfucking moon. So 7 days later, Teddy pleaded guilty to leaving the scene of an accident causing bodily injury and was given a suspended sentence of 2 months in jail, which was the minimum.
Wow.
The judge referred to Teddy's, quote, unblemished record and that he, quote, has already been and will continue to be punished far beyond anything the court can impose.
Huh.
What about Mary Jo, though?
Seriously.
Anyway, that night, Teddy gave a televised statement to his constituents in Massachusetts, claiming to have been sober, denying that anything immoral had taken place between himself and Mary Jo, that his actions made no sense to him at all, that he'd suffered a concussion and shock, that his inability to report the accident was indefensible, that only they could decide if they wanted him to resign, and he referred to the so-called Kennedy curse. He also quoted from Bobby's book Profiles in Courage. So, pulled out all the stops.
Yeah, fuck. Also, I broke my back that one time at that airplane. My wife is a drunk. My sister's, God knows where, had a lobotomy.
And I'm fat.
Yeah. I got expelled from Harvard.
I almost played for the Green Bay Packers. An autopsy was, for some reason, not performed on Mary Jo. I'm guessing because the powers that be wanted it that way.
I'm sure they paid whoever her family was to not do that.
Mm-hmm. But the first responders said that her body didn't exhibit signs of drowning, although that's what her death was ultimately ruled. They instead thought that it looked like she'd suffocated after exhausting all of the oxygen in an air pocket in the overturned car, meaning that she'd survived for at least a couple of hours and could have made it out alive had anyone been alerted of the accident.
Wow.
Remember that they got her out in 10 minutes once they found out. that she was in
Yes.
there. So
It wasn't like that complicated.
right. Mary Jo's parents were awarded $140,000 from Teddy's insurance company, but didn't take any legal action against Teddy or anyone else because, quote, we figured people would think we were looking for blood money. So I feel really bad for them. They seemed like they were like very devout Catholics. Like they seemed like they were just, they just wanted to mourn the death of their daughter and move on.
Yeah.
Like even when people started pointing out that they hadn't had an autopsy, people were like, let's exhume the body and have an autopsy. They were like, nah, like it's over.
I mean, sometimes it's like, what peace will that grant you even?
Yeah. Teddy's wife, Joan, miscarried soon after, and she blamed the stress of this incident.
Oh.
There's a theory. I saw a BBC documentary that was kind of pushing this theory, but there's a theory that Mary Jo was alone in the car, and that's why Teddy was acting like nothing happened the next day. Basically, they think that Teddy and Mary Jo were having sex, or at least planning to,
Right.
when the off-duty cop rolls up on them.
Right.
So they book it, and Teddy tells Mary Jo to take his car while he walks back to the party so no one will see them together in the car and he can avoid the scandal.
Right.
So she drives off, gets into the accident, and he doesn't find out until the next day. So he spins the story to try to make himself seem like a hero for trying in vain to go save her.
Well, that backfired if that's true.
But see, that doesn't sound right to me, though, because wouldn't it have been better for him not to have been in the car at all,
Of course, that's what I'm saying. Like, that would have backfired completely.
Yeah.
And she was in the passenger seat, right? Or she was driving?
Well, they don't know. There's no way to really tell because it's not like they were wearing seatbelts and like...
Right.
And she would have taken the seatbelt off anyway because she was in an air pocket in the car,
Right.
So after this incident, Teddy was toxic and there was no way that he would have been able to run for president in 1972. Although the people of Massachusetts stood by him and he was reelected to the Senate in 1970 with 62% of the vote.
Wow.
In 1973, Teddy's 12-year-old son lost a leg to bone cancer, and his wife went to rehab due to a combination of emotional stress and alcoholism after she was arrested for drunk driving.
Wow.
In 1976, he briefly considered running, but the media started to get interested in this story again and started scrutinizing his version of events more, so he decided against it. Ted clashed heavily with President Carter, even though they had largely the same ideologies, but just different priorities. They didn't get along. They had a really horrible relationship. Who doesn't get along with Jimmy Carter?
Isn't that a Simpsons episode?
He's my favorite president. Okay, so finally in 1980, Teddy decides to run for president and primary Jimmy Carter, to which Carter publicly replied, quote, "If Kennedy runs, I'll whip his ass."
Yes. His fat ass.
And President Carter did indeed proceed to whip his ass. Mostly because the press once again renewed their interest in the Chappaquiddick incident. And hecklers would often yell, "Where's Mary Jo?" at him in public events.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. By the time of the DNC, he reluctantly conceded defeat to President Carter, but ended up giving one of the most famous speeches in modern American politics defending liberalism and looking toward the future. In 1981, Ted and Joan filed for divorce, with Joan later receiving a $4 million settlement.
How long were they married?
How long were they married? Like, close to 30 years?
That's wild.
Yeah. His staff drew up plans for him to challenge Reagan in 1984, but he decided against running. During this time, Ted notoriously put on a ton of weight and became a heavy drinker, although his drinking was never thought to interfere with his work. Twice, he was involved in drunken disturbances at Washington restaurants, including once making unwanted physical contact with a waitress.
Oh.
He also chased women incessantly, and in 1987 was caught half naked with a young woman in the back of a restaurant.
Oh, shit.
That's gotta be a health code violation, my dude.
Yes.
In 1988, he decided not to run, acknowledging that this most likely meant that he'd never be president, but stating that his mission in life was public service and that he was fulfilling that mission through his work in the Senate.
Aw.
In 1989, paparazzi photographed him on vacation in Europe having sex on a motorboat. In 1991, he got caught up in an incident when his nephew William was accused of rape following a night of drinking with Teddy and Teddy's son Patrick.
Oh, no.
The accuser was outed and smeared in the press by Kennedy sources, and William was eventually acquitted in what at the time had been the most watched televised trial of all time until the OJ trial a few years later. This incident occurred right around the Clarence Thomas and Anita Hill hearings.
Oh, wow.
So Teddy's hands were kind of tied in that he couldn't oppose Thomas's nomination as loudly and vehemently as he would have wanted to because of all the baggage surrounding his personal life that would have been thrown back in his face and made him look like a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Although he did, I mean, he was a vocal opponent, but he says that he could have and should have done way, way, way more.
Yeah.
Teddy considers this a low point in his life and political career. That's crazy that you low-key may have killed someone and this is the low point, but
seriously.
Yeah. So soon after, he met and married his second wife, Victoria, a Washington lawyer who was credited with helping Teddy get his shit together and calming him the fuck down.
I saw this thing today that was like, women are not rehab for men.
Yes.
But, like, so many women step in and like clean up men, and it's such bullshit.
Yeah, it is bullshit. Yeah. Fuck. That is true. So many people fucking do that.
Yeah.
In 2008, Teddy endorsed Barack Obama for the presidency, which many saw as the deciding factor that threw the nomination his way as opposed to toward Hillary Clinton. But soon thereafter, he had a seizure that led to the discovery of a malignant brain tumor, which ultimately led to his death in August of 2009 at age 77. Upon his death, his sister Jean became the last living of the 9 Kennedy siblings. So, RIP to a very complicated man. I hope he's having sex on a motorboat in heaven.
Half naked in a restaurant.
Or hell, who am I to judge?
Eating chowda.
Chowda. And especially RIP to Mary Jo, gone way, way too soon. And I hope she's running a campaign for some angels in heaven.
Yeah.
And that's the story of
RIP.
Ted Kennedy.
That was awesome, man. Good job.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this dude.
I don't either. It's weird. It's super weird.
You know how people love talking about separating like the man from the artist? Like, this is something where this dude did so much good for so many people, but like,
yeah. What happened though? But what happened? Like, I mean, maybe he was blackout drunk, like, and like, why,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't intentional. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe it was intentional. Who fucking knows? It's just, there's so many questions.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I kind of lean toward like, obviously driving off the bridge and stuff was an accident.
Right.
And maybe like once it happened and he got out of it, he was like, maybe it would be better for her to stay down there.
Panicked or something. Yeah. Like, for
like
sure.
not tell her story. I don't know.
Mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm. Who knows? Like, none of us have ever been in a situation like that. Like, who knows how we would react? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. R.I.P. Mary Jo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joan Kennedy.
Joan Bennett out there having a drink somewhere, a martini with her $4 million. Hell yeah.
Just lounging around with all $4 million surrounding her.
I know that in the 90s, she wanted to renegotiate her settlement. So I think she ended up getting a little bit more.
Good for her. Well, guys, that has been this week's Drama Club. Thanks for listening. Tune in to our mini episode on Monday.
Yeah, we don't know what it's about yet, but
we'll record it soon enough. Hit us up on our website, www.dramaclubpod.com, on Instagram and Twitter at dramaclubpod.
On the hotline, 505-539-0556.
Leave us a review. We got another review. That was good.
We did? Okay, I'm going to look at it right now.
They didn't write anything. They just left 5 stars. That's good enough for me.
And thank you for listening. Good night.
Bye.
However, whatever with your helmet.